victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Reese. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Michigan Wolverines offense is on the field for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now rolling to the left. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the Honey Badger before the Honey Badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. He'll throw it. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Makes the catch inside his 30 and not satisfied with that. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something going with their first possession. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the eye.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes. Fast, physical, and disruptive, Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one and a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. And we can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Throwing right. Fires and picked off. Just a really nice play. Not a lot on the return, but that's all right when you hand it to your offense at the 42. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those These guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. They run the reverse.
It's going to be interesting to see how the defense is going to try to defend these jet sweeps moving forward. They've got to have bodies in the perimeter of the field with their eyes looking at these receivers in motion because they can hand it off to them at any time.
The Wolverines look to do some damage in the red zone. The give to the back. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Quickly complete. Jukes his way for more. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
That is so impressive. Not only was it a great catch, but also he made sure he had 1 foot in bounds to get the touchdown. Beautiful job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. On the move from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to throw, it's Hurtado. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he breaks into the open. He's at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida is currently ahead on the scoreboard, but it's clear Tim Tebow's not out there. And because of that, I don't see a blowout today in the Swamp. They are up by 7 over Ole Miss. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Works ahead for a couple, they'll stop him at the 27.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Right back to him. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quickly to the tight end. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's going to pass. They're trying to get to it. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback moving. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Raymond. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Going up top on first down. Going deep. Makes the catch at the 15. Touchdown, Georgia. Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And there are times a quarterback and receiver just have the unspoken language. He's lined up to the left side. He's looking down. There's nobody in the middle of the field. The quarterback kind of just winks at him and says, I'm throwing you this post. You go get it and go score a touchdown. Man, that is exactly what happened.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Running to the left. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Buys a little time with his feet. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Fires to the big fella. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like at 3rd short, what they like 3rd medium, 3rd long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Stopped after making the catch. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football.
And it's caught inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. He'll take a shot. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angle's just getting chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score. Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Complete in the middle. The expressway is wide open. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Getting the extra point blocked soured that touchdown drive just a bit, but they'll line up to kick it off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure... Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
They'll keep it on the ground. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now in this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat and mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
That's so frustrating for a quarterback. He sees an open guy, he's ready to rip the football, and then all of a sudden, one of those defensive ends gets their big mitt in the air and knocks it down.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort...
Reels it in on the left side. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Hurtado. He finds his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Steps away to find some room. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Man, this is an offense that's going to find a way to generate explosive plays because of their playmakers at the skill spots. But how about the speed by this guy and his ability on 3rd down to extend, scramble, and go get a big pickup and chunky yards for his offense.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. He'll set up to throw. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. Buys a little extra time. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or 2. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Throw to the end zone, picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing... He'll loft one deep down the left side. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. He wants to throw it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Looking for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The field goal is no good. Still up by 8 after the miss. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. To the air, it's Hurtado. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with a halftime update. The Wolverines will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Raymond. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Pulls it in. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no mark.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play, the 3rd.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And I think if you're the head coach here, you kind of got mixed reviews on your passing attack so far because, yes, you've thrown for a bunch of yards, and you've thrown a couple of touchdowns, but you've also given up 4 sacks now. Pass protection has not been great, even though they've got the lead in this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Wide open downfield. There he goes to the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
He just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. And the Wolverines will have a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs management. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Might as well stick with him. They work that run. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Leaves it with the running back. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28. Play number 9 on this drive. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. It's complete to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Wolverines will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Michigan! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Fires to the right. He's got an open man. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
But unfortunate with that incompletion, the quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Leaves it with the back. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it, using his feet to buy time. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Here's the give off the left side. Aaron is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Grabs it in the middle. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they quickly to keep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverine. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. But this is just the type of field position this offense wants. The give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Got some room to run. The 40. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse? And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack. Georgia comes quickly to the line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, the running back has it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They go to the ground. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's clear. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the